Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, December 11th, 2025, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. Whether you are watching this recording or watching live, thank you very much. I saw Julie, I think first one here, yes, over on YouTube this morning. I have some, or I don't know what's going on with my contact right now, but it just started. Good morning, Julie, first one on YouTube, and then Hilda also on YouTube, and Cindy, good morning in Montana. Thanks for sharing, Julie. Sue, good morning from freezing Frederick, Maryland. Robin, good morning, sunshine to you. Cindy, second Cindy, good morning. Thanks for sharing. And third Cindy, good morning from Rhode Island. All right, all the Cindys are here. Lori, good morning in Minnesota, liked and shared. Cindy shared, thank you. And it's cold here too in Alberton, Kentucky, says Julie. Rosemary, good morning in cold Long Island. And Carmen, good morning to you. All right, good morning, everybody. Speaking of weather, it is 45 degrees here in Texas, so it's cold, but probably not as cold as some of y'all are. And I think it's going to be semi-nice today. So there we go. Like, I don't know, 50s or something. Anyway, good morning. Welcome. Thanks, everybody, for being here. As y'all come on, please make a comment. Say hi. Do it on Facebook or YouTube or both. And you can give a thumbs up, a heart, a like, a laughing emoji, a follow, a subscribe, turn on notifications. Any of those things you like is helpful to me. So thank you very much. Oh my goodness. I think my contact is wanting to pop out or something. Anyway, my name's Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 24 years now. So next November will be 25 years. And I do this as my full-time business. So if you see anything you like today, you can probably purchase it from me. I also have lots of events and classes that people can sign up for and take. And just might have to go get my eye drops. I do these free videos weekly. I do crafting cruises, retreats, on the weekend retreats, other events in person and to go. So there you go. I want to remind you guys, if I blink enough, maybe it'll stop. Hey, MJ, good morning. Linda, good morning in Mansfield. Lori, 9 degrees, Lori. Yeah, it's a little colder where you are, Lori. Ann, good morning in Cincinnati. Waiting for the snow to hit tonight. Oh, man. Let me remind everybody that I will add timestamps to this video later today manually in YouTube, so you can skip around to the part you want to watch. I am making 4 cards today with the brand new Petals of Beauty and Words of Beauty bundles. So 4 cards. They are my Stamp-A-Stack class and club this month, which is a card class / club that you can join or take as a one-time. So I'll tell you all about that later. So I'll add those timestamps. So if you're watching replay, you can skip around to the part you like on the video. And then I will add a link right up here tomorrow. That's when YouTube lets me add it. That will take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com. And you can always go to stamptherapist.com to learn about upcoming events, Stampin' Up! Specials, my specials, all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of tabs at the top, and you can click around and watch and see what you want. Also, club information is there on the blog. Okay, my camera's weird today. All right, so there we go with that. Let me jump in and tell y'all about my upcoming events. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Upcoming events. So let me do this. All of my events are going to include a PDF tutorial. Anyone in the world can purchase the PDF tutorial, which will be in that registration link for the class, or I should say, and anyone in the US can take the class, which includes, you know, it's a class packet. So paper and all the stuff. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything. Well, unless otherwise stated, you may need to own the featured bundle dies, and you will cut your own designer paper or kit components if they are included with that fee. Tutorials only, again, available for all events all over the world, and my team gets those for free. Okay, so the first events are my monthly events. I do these every single month without fail, and they are card class, Stamp-A-Stack class, wall art class, and scrapbook class. Card class is next week. Actually, it will be offered free with an order next week, or you can come take it in person December 20th. All 4 of these are in person December 20th in Cedar Hill, Texas, or mailed December 22nd. So take them in person or to go. Hey, Marilyn, good morning in Georgia. How's the weather in Georgia? And then the next 3 are clubs and product-based classes, so they include over $20 in merchandise. Stamp-A-Stack, we're using Words of Beauty and Petals of Beauty bundles. I'm going to make those today. Wall art is 12 by 12 wall art. We'll do a winter one with Snowy Delights, and scrapbook is ornamental Christmas bundle and Keeping Traditions stamp set. So the clubs you can join right now. The deadline for scrapbook, wall art, and Stamp-A-Stack, join or take it as a single class. The deadline is Sunday, the 14th, Sunday. My clubs are going to give you a discount. They are $2 less than regular price. You can cancel at any time. Don't worry. You do get occasional gifts from me in the clubs, and you get a free gift after 6 consecutive months of membership. So lots of perks there. They include over $20 in merchandise with each one. It's about $24 to $25 value in product. And we do prep these packets still, where we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You just cut your designer paper that's included. And of course, if you have to stamp and then die cut, you'll do that. And you get that PDF tutorial. Okay, so that is those monthly classes. And let's see if I didn't say anything. So again, deadline December 14th for the 3 main ones that are product based. The other one you can still register for later, card class. And you can come attend in person December 20th. We'll be doing a little Christmas party at our December class in Cedar Hill. So we'll have special treats and music and stuff like that. And then, or you can take it to go and it'll get mailed to you on December 22nd. None of these are Christmas themed with the exception of scrapbooking, which makes sense. So don't worry, mailed December 22nd. They will be perfect for December and January projects. And wall art is a 12 by 12 framed art, kind of like these back here. You put it in a 12 by 12 shadow box, decorate your home, or give it as a gift for a friend, decorate your craft room, etc. Okay, so we got card club is 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. Stamp-A-Stack is the 12 by 12, and scrapbook is 12 by 12 pages. Okay, any questions, let me know. Good morning from another chilly Southern California. Expecting 83 today? What? Oh my gosh. Maple, what does it say? Maple bath time in her future. Is Maple your dog? I don't remember, girl. I don't remember. V, but good morning, by the way. And Dolly, good morning to you. So it's chilly in Southern California, but it's going to get up to 83. That's crazy. Let me get my little space heater closer to me, actually. Speaking of chilly, it is chilly in my house this morning. Okay. Also, I have coming up a new catalog kickoff that you can take in person. Ooh, my computer scared me. Or to go. Let me get the info up about that. So in person in Cedar Hill, Texas, January to go. It will include 8 projects using 4 new bundles or suites, 2 stamping demonstrations. They'll be on a Facebook group for to go. Also, I have display stampers, so I will post their samples if you're not in person on the Facebook group as well. And of course, PDF tutorial is included with that. So you'll get some product, you'll get the projects and all the other bonus materials. So sign up for that now. And it is happening January 10th. And of course, if you are like, I would love to sign up for these, how do I do that? The links will be in the emails. Make sure you're on my email list. You can sign up for it right now up here in Facebook if you're watching Facebook in the right place, because Facebook's funky, but I'll fix it later. Or down here in YouTube in the comments, in the description. Or go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, and find all the links there under events. Also, make sure you're on that email list and that you'll get these emailed out tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central. At the bottom of that email will be all the links to what I have set up. I feel like I was going to say something else about links. There's a noise. There's a noise over there. It sounds like there's an animal. Hold on. Okay, anyway, we'll just pretend it's not. It's not pretty. Okay. I don't know what I was going to say, but if you want to sign up for these, just let me know and I'll get you the links. Okay. Next, paper share is coming. I keep forgetting to remind you guys, but yes, I'm doing a paper share, of course. Alejandra and I were discussing our party yesterday. We're getting all the details worked out and the pricing. We're going to work on that soon. We just have to literally do the math. We have 14 new papers coming out in January and 6 new ribbons. In my paper and ribbon share, you get 6 by 12 inch pieces of paper, or 6 by 6 if that's how it comes, and 2.5 yards of ribbon. So it's a good share, like good amounts to be able to make projects with. You can add on the party if you want to make it even better, and you'll get 12 make and takes, a Facebook party. You'll get to see me and Alejandra on the Facebook party. We will make all 12 projects on the video, plus do a bonus. Each of us do a bonus video, so that's 2 bonuses. One is usually mystery stamping. And again, there's 14 new papers, so it's going to be awesome. We're going to use the beautifully celebrated and lovely arrangements bundles for our projects, and the links will be coming soon. So yes, you will be able to take only the paper share, or or add on the party. And I allow you to take ribbon only as well. So info is coming soon. Don't sign up with someone else. Our paper share is going to be awesome. We just haven't set up the link yet, but it's coming soon. And I didn't put the date. It's January 14th is when the party is. I don't think I put the date on that graphic, did I? No, because I forgot. But it's happening on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, but it'll be recorded. So don't worry if you have plans that day. And if you don't, you'll be able to spend some time with us and make some projects. So there you go. Okay, and last but not least, I think, is my mega cruise retreat in a box. If you couldn't make it to the in-person cruise, which April and I are starting to plan as well, like work out all our details, what products we're using, etc. But if you couldn't do that, then you can take it to go. This includes 4 full classes, gifts, a bag, a goodie bag of product, a huge goodie bag of Stampin' Up! Product, and PDF tutorials, of course. It's called a mega cruise retreat in a box. And April McCray is my retreat partner, so she designs half, I design half. We're also doing bonus videos this time, which we will do in person and record them. So you'll get demonstrations as well. And it will include scrapbook projects, cards, and home decor projects. So we're using Boardwalk Fun Bundle, Beach Time Stamp Set, Easter Basket Bundle, and Nature's Symphony Bundle. You can get tutorials only in that link, and you can register for that right now. Tutorials only or the whole thing. So go ahead and check that out. Go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, and click events at the top to get all the details, or send a message to me if you have any questions. Okay. That's it for events for today. Next, we're going to talk about specials, Stampin' Up! News, Jennifer news, whatever. I've also got some show and tell. We had our team Christmas party last week on Saturday, and it was so fun as usual. there was like 24 plus me, 25 people there in person. And we also streamed it online for part of it online for our long distance people. And I got some gifts from people, and I received one of the handmade gift exchange because it's like a white elephant gift exchange. So we got to each receive a gift from that, and I have the one I got. So I'll show all that when I point the camera down. But has anybody happened to have heard that Stampin' Up! Has free shipping today? We do have free shipping today and tomorrow. Orders of $75 or more receive, what is that? Okay, receive free shipping. $75 or more, December 10 through 12 only, free shipping. Now, here are some ways you can maximize it. First of all, order from me because I'm going to give you some free stuff. Second of all, get that virtual album retreat now with free shipping. That is, I believe, $175. Let me switch real quick. I have a graphic about it somewhere. And I think I have the price on there. Let me see how much it is. That's not it. Do I? $165. So shipping would be 11% for that. $165. You can get free shipping on that right now if you order it now. Now I'm going back on the graphics. I think I changed this camera back to me. Did I? I don't know. No, I didn't. Okay, there we go. So anyway, that's I put virtual album. That's the wrong word. It should say virtual card retreat. So that's a tip for you. You can shop the last chance list. There are things, many things are discounted there while supplies last, so stock up on those and get free shipping. You can, if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can shop the Paper Pumpkin sale, which is incredible, by the way. I don't know what all sold out yet. I haven't had a chance to look, but I bought a bunch of it yesterday. So there is a great Paper Pumpkin sale of past kits, refill kits, and dies. However, they are while supplies last, and you have to be a subscriber to purchase those. And then, of course, you can get that product of the month with a $75 order. It's only $5. It's the designer paper. Mine is coming today, finally. I kept forgetting to order it because you do have to manually add it yourself if you qualify. Don't forget to add it. They don't add it for you. It's called True Blues. What is it called? True Blue Florals, 12 by 12 designer paper. It's only $5. Cheap, but it's quality, like it's the same quality. And you can add that on to any order of $75 or more. Limit one per person forever. So, and it's while supplies last. So if you've already bought it, too bad you can't get another one. And if it's sold out, you can't get it. They're not bringing it back. So you can do that with the free shipping. And then I'm going to give you stuff too. So with a $75 order from me, this only is through tomorrow, December 10th. You'll get the free shipping. You can add on product of the month. You're going to get a past class kit from me, a random one. So I have these past class kits. Let me show you here. I got a whole bunch. Yep, I got a whole bunch. By the way, I'm going to start with the Christmas ones first, for example, in order of orders received, unless you tell me you don't want Christmas, and then I'll give you a different random one. But if I don't hear from you and you don't want Christmas, I'll give you that first. And that's with a $75 order. Hey, Linda in Idaho. Good Thursday morning. Headed to town, but we'll have the phone sound up. Yay. Yeah. Be careful. Only listen. Don't look when you're driving. And Margaret, good morning. You ordered so you could get that paper. Exactly, girl. Yes, same. I got it with my free shipping order, which I did pay extra to expedite so I could get it faster, but I only paid the expedited shipping free on the 11% part. Okay, so you get the packet. You get 6 card samples from me, past, I don't know, retired. They might be current, but fully made card samples and a free accessory from me. It will be retired. And I'm starting a group of demonstrators that I know are starting a tutorial co-op, so to say, with the new product of the month. So if we can get our act together and get it, our tutorials for this designer paper for December if you purchase from me in December, $75 tutorial in January of multiple projects. There's some people, some names you'll know in this tutorial group, and but I'm not releasing them yet because we haven't all firmed everything up and all the stuff. But anyway, you're going to want to get that free tutorial from me. So $75 or more purchase, you will get that. Okay, and then bump it on up to $100. You're going to get everything I just said, plus an additional 2 cards and an additional retired accessory, which might mean ribbon, 6x6 designer paper. Oh, I'm going to Veronica. I got it right over here. Or ribbon, something like that. But it'll be unused and free. And then bump it on up to $150. By the way, you're going to earn your product credits on these too. So you're going to earn 10%. Like you spend $150, you get $15 put back in your account to spend on your next order. Everything from above, past class kit with PDF, of course, 12 card samples from me, 12, 3 accessories, 3, plus a mystery bag of retired product valued at $20 to $25, and then that design team tutorial. So I hope that makes sense. That's breaking it down. I have it broken down even further on my blog and the emails that I've already sent, and I'm going to send more emails. Don't you worry. I believe one's going out today, one's going out tomorrow night. So that's the special. Get your free shipping. We love free shipping. They might not arrive. They probably won't arrive before Christmas, but you can pay expedited shipping if you want. Just never do the 3-day because it's not worth it. It doesn't really speed it up. 2-day works and 1-day works. 3-day, not good, not good. Hey, Shirley, good morning to you. So Veronica said, or V said, show that Daiso storage bin. I am going to show it when I put for sure. Okay, what else? Free shipping. Don't forget to shop that last chance list, guys. Great deals, and lots of stuff that we love is going away. So go get in the online store, see what's going to be last, or what is last chance, and it's Waspaw's last. There's a few of the last chance items that are back ordered, or they're not back ordered, but when they come back in stock, they will be Waspaw's last. So make sure, in case you don't know, you can go to stampinup.com, or you can go to my shopping site, or if you're a demonstrator, just log in. Find the product you want. Just search, traditional sparkling sequins, for example, and you can click the button that says email me when it's back in stock. You can even, I believe now, manage this is coming soon. If not, you can manage all of your notifications under your profile name for all of the out of stock items. But anyway, find the product, click the button, give permission to sign up for the email notification, and you will get emailed as soon as it comes back in stock. So for example, I'm going to go to Stampin' Up. Traditional sparkling sequins are estimated for January 5th. That's an estimate, though. It could be sooner. That's why you need to sign up for the thing. Traditions of Christmas 12x12 paper, estimated December 15th. Also Christmas tags and more, 6x6 awesome designer paper, estimated December 15th. Greetings for you, mix and match ephemera stickers, estimated December 15th. There's a ton of stuff estimated for that day. So anytime you're shopping in the store and you see something that is currently unavailable, sign up for that email notification. Now, I'm going to see if they have this here. Subscriptions, notifications. So I clicked on my name. I'm going to click the word notifications, and it says back in stock alerts. This works for customers too. You can just do a little, I wish I could show y'all this. I could show you on my, no, I can't really. I'm trying to think how I could show it, but I can do a screenshot or something later. Click on your name, whether you're a customer or a demonstrator, click the word notifications. This is brand new, by the way. Everything that's out of stock. I believe product, are these out of stock? Yeah. I just didn't realize Snowy Delights stamp set was out of stock. But anyway, so you can click what is that called? It's an oval, and there's a circle here, and you can move the circle over there. And then you'll be on the email list to get notified when it comes back in stock. So you can manage your notifications right there. Even kits. So Everyday Beauty Kit. Boom. Now I'm opted in to get the email when that comes back in stock. Nutcracker Kit, I already am on that email list. So hopefully y'all get the point there. I can do a separate video that I can film on my computer to show how to do that. Anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all about that. So some stuff is back in toggle button. Thank you, M. Margaret. I was like, what is that word? Yeah, you can toggle it to turn it on. So click on your name, click on notifications. When you're logged into Stampin' Up with your account, doesn't matter if you're a customer or a demonstrator, and toggle on any notifications you want, or turn them off if you're like, change your mind. Your choice. Hey, Martha, good morning. So that's a brand new feature that Stampin' Up gave us. Okay. Don't forget, I have gift cards available. I can email them digitally or print them out and mail them, or print them out and have them for pickup and they don't look like this. This is just a graphic, but any amount you want, actually. I just put 1,000 because I'm like, who knows? Literally, you could tell me you need $22 and I can make it for 22. But I have a link if you want to get it in $5 increments. I have a link you can click and just purchase it and tell me how you want it, and I'll do it. So gift cards make great gifts because they don't have to be shipped in time, right? And then one last thing. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber through me, and by the way, if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, unless you know for sure, and a lot of you do, because your demonstrator does something for you because you're a subscriber. But if you don't know if you are subscribed with a demonstrator, you can check this. Again, log into your account, click on your name, go to subscriptions, and click on the Paper Pumpkin subscription. You just have to click, it says Paper Pumpkin subscribed. Click on that. It's weird, but it will tell you who your Paper Pumpkin demonstrator is. If you don't have one, assign one. Contact Stampin' Up and say, I want this person. It can be whoever you want. Your old upline, me, your demonstrator. But make sure you assign it to somebody, because otherwise no one's getting credit for that. Like if you're not a demonstrator. Now, if you're a demonstrator, you should be getting credit for it, which like I get credit for my own. But if you're a customer, make sure you have a demonstrator assigned to your Paper Pumpkin. Okay, so if you're assigned to me, and that several of you are, thank you very much, you will get a free tutorial emailed to you every month, the following month after the subscription, or the whatever. Like the November one will go out in December, etc. With bonus ideas, alternative ideas using that kit. Okay, so there we go. So Paper Pumpkin is awesome. It is our monthly craft box in the mail. I actually ordered a bunch of refills yesterday for that cozy Christmas kit for my Christmas cards because I'm so behind. I literally ordered 5 refills and they make 9 cards each. It was $10 each, like no brainer. I don't know if they're still available. Okay, let's move on. That's the end of that part. I'm going to point the camera down and I'm going to show you a hot mess. Honestly, it's a hot mess down here. I did not have time to fix it, basically, but I had piled everything over here during the week that I wanted to show. So first I'm going to show y'all, actually, yeah, it'll be fine. The gifts I received from my team at the team party. So thank y'all who brought me a gift. That's never required, but hey, who doesn't like to get a gift? Oh, hold on, camera. Got to point the camera down, which is takes me a second. Camo. Okay, see, it's all close up because of that. Let me show this one first. This is from Linda Weber. So it was, all these were wrapped, of course, but look at this cute, adorable container, which I will put probably accessories in, you know, like Stampin' Up accessories. But anyway, because it's a little wooden box, so cute. And then this gorgeous, gorgeous card. This is actually the in color, not the in color. It's that 6x6 paper we have that comes in all of the color families. I'm going to show y'all the back. So it's got flowers on the back. Doesn't it look gorgeous on this card? Like, I haven't used this paper. I own it, but it looks so good. So anyway, thank you, Linda, for the beautiful card. And I love the green glimmer there. Anyway, so cute. Thank you. And then look at all these cute little Christmas gnomes that are pink. Nose pink's my color, not purple. I like purple. I'm joking. But we're pink team. We're pink. I don't know if Linda's actually pink. Look at this. So cute. Little wooden frame. Or, you know what it is. Yes. Hot drink bombs. I'm ready. I'm ready. Cotton candy. Strawberry. Cookies and cream. And then the thing. Okay. So thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. Gorgeous card. This was from Dorothy. These are she didn't give me clear blocks. I put my clear blocks in. Look at that. So neat. She purchased this. I asked her, she said, I got it on Facebook from a demonstrator. Can't remember who. She got me pink, of course, because Dorothy knows that's my color. And this gorgeous card. Thank you, Dorothy. Love it. So good. That's going to be a retreat staple for me right there. Mary Ann gave me this. It lights up. I know these are super glittery. I haven't taken it out yet because I know what's up, because she gave me one last year that's taller. This one matches, and she told me they go together. Like I can plug this one into the other one. So look at her planning a year ahead. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I know it's going to be real glittery. And it's a light. So there's a plug and everything. It's beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use all this stuff. Look. So thank you, Mary Ann. Hogan Dobler. This ornament is from, I haven't fixed my camera yet at all. I didn't even look. I didn't even try. Adele, and she brought one for everybody. It's this like a galvanized metal kind of deal, and she decorated it for us. So thank you, Adele. And she brought, like I said, but one for every single person there. So that was awesome. We all were like, oh, thank you, Adele. So cute. I gotta get my tree out though, y'all. I don't even have a tree. And then these, I do. The Grinch is my favorite Christmas movie. Side note, it's so funny. It's so funny. I watched it twice yesterday, side note, while I was designing the cards for today. I didn't watch it, but y'all know what I mean. So these are from Robin. Isn't this cute? It's got the glitter and the fur and then the hot cocoa mug. She was like, I know you can't drink that. I said, girl, I will drink. I mean, I will do sugar. I'm just not supposed to, but especially around the holidays. Okay. So that was stuff I received. Also, I gave everybody that attended the meeting or took it to go this gift. It's just a little trinket bowl. I thought it was really pretty. I got these on Amazon. They're a great deal if anybody needs it. And then each person got one of these little heart charms, but there was a ton of different designs. It's a really good set, again, from Amazon. And you can hook them onto zippers or jewelry or whatever. And our team has a bracelet, which I meant to bring over here, but I forgot. Now it's in my bathroom, that they can hook this to, or we used to have a team necklace, and it was wrapped. These are extra tags I have. Oh, it was wrapped up like this for them. So that is what I gave the team for coming. Which Grinch is your favorite? Oh, hands down. What's his name? I was going to say George Clooney. Why? I literally don't know. What's that guy's name? Jim Carrey, of course, because it's so funny. I don't even like the other Grinch, to be honest. It's the comedy in that one that I love. Okay, I got a bunch of stuff sitting on top of this. This was the gift exchange I ended up with. I shouldn't say I received it because I stole it. It's a frame. It's a really nice frame. This looks like chalkboard. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't write on it, but I don't know if it's chalkboard because I don't know how she made it. I need to ask Robin. Anyway, it says hello, and the O is all of these Velcro dotted things that you can put on there for the season. So I love the snowflake one. She had this Christmas tree on it for when people opened it. Someone else opened this, and it got stolen from them, and then I stole it from that person. She had the tree on there, which is really nice. But honestly, Robin, my favorite is the snowflake because it's so pretty. This is the snowflake I'm using for the wall art this month. So it's really fun. If you're in the team, you can participate in the gift exchange. I even offer it to go people, like they can mail it and we'll exchange it for them and do our best to win something good and mail it back. So that was that part. All right, so we had a great party. We also had a card swap, and these are the swaps. That was optional. Of course, you don't have to participate in swapping. You don't have to participate in anything if you are a demonstrator, including parties and swaps and gift exchanges and all the stuff. But anyway, this was the card swap. I think I do know who the winner was. So everyone at the party got to vote. Now, if they didn't put their name on here, I don't know who made them, because that party was very busy and I never even got to look at these until I got home. So I do not know who made this one, but it's beautiful, isn't it? I love it. That's a new paper. It reminds me of a paper we had in the past, whose name I don't remember. This is Evelyn. Evelyn, you have received a swap from Evelyn. Look at that. That's cute, Evelyn. Gorgeous new paper as well. Everybody using the new stuff. I feel like she colored that ribbon. This is what I'm using today. I didn't even realize this was here. That's Rachel. Rachel's one of our new rising stars in our team. Aw, so cute. I'm going to put that aside because I'm using that today. So that'll be one of my samples. This is from, I do know Nina because she told me. Yeah, no name, but she was like, this was the only current product I could find in my stash. It's a great one. I love that bundle. This is no name. Well, she looks really cute. Really cute. I like that. I mean, I've seen that technique before, but I like having the postage as the buckle, sort of. It looks like a buckle. This was the one voted the winner. And that was from Kelly Harris Wetzel, who also was helping me out at the team meeting doing some announcements. That was awesome. I love a tone-on-tone card, white on white on white. Not everybody likes that. I love it. So good job. This one I know was from Robin. Yep. And it's a vellum card, which funny enough, we did two vellum card, we did a vellum card at our team meeting, make and takes. And then two people did a vellum card for the swap. This one, that's vellum. Since we sell vellum now, we're all excited about it. And this is really pretty with also brand new product, Valentine product. So that's a great one. Sending lots of love your way to celebrate this special day. Happy Valentine's Day. Look how good Stampin' Up! Stamps stamp. Don't you love it? Okay, another Valentine one. No name, but new product. Love this new stamp. This is Elaine Holly. New as well. Oh my gosh, Elaine. See, I hadn't even opened this yet. That's a new bundle as well. That one is available now. These are coming out soon, I think. I can't remember. I think the bear's available now too. Anyway, isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. I have that bundle. I haven't used it yet. And last but not least, no name. Y'all, you could get some credit if you put your names. Snowflake was Robin's favorite too. My husband and son love that Grinch movie. Right, Lori? It's so funny. If y'all haven't watched it, you should watch it. And then, okay, side note, Lori, you got to, I don't know if you do TikTok. If you look on TikTok at the Grinch at Universal Studios in, well, I don't know if they do it in Hollywood, but in Studios, Florida, they have these actors that are dressed up as the Grinch and you can meet the Grinch. Those actors are so good. It's hilarious. So they just show all these little interactions of the Grinch with people at Universal Studios. Anyway, so funny. Martha, did I say good morning? I can't remember. Good morning, Martha. Got her little coffee cup, of course, because Martha's our coffee person. Cute little gnome display. Yes, Lori. Marcia, cold Wisconsin, 11 degrees right now. Lori says Grinch is my favorite too. Okay, cool. So there's the swaps. Let me show y'all real quick these team meeting projects we did. So every month you have the opportunity to sign up for the team meeting. Oh my gosh, the cat as you might or might not have just seen walk by. She knocked over my lamp. Ma'am, the big, calm down. Come down here. They want to see. Hello. Hello. Oh my goodness. This is Britty. This is Britty. She's very needy. She's so needy. She's so needy. Okay, let's show them the cards from the meeting. See the vellum card here? Anyway, they get to take these to go or in person. There's vellum on this one too. We actually used a kit stamp set to make these, by the way. And they're very inexpensive is the long story short. So there we go. Very inexpensive. Cheapest class I'll offer, period. And there we go. But it's optional, of course. And then I got a couple of cards in the mail. Does not belong here. I have not been to the mailbox in a few days. I know there's a couple of cards in the mail at least. Oh, this was from Chad Williams at Stampin' Up, congratulating me on ranking number 35 overall last year. Thank you, Chad. This card is really gorgeous. This is also the paper I'm using today. Pretty stop. So I'm going to keep it with those samples for now. But it's really pretty. Also, it uses the ribbon I'm using today. Ooh, I could have just copied this card. Dang. Anyway, thank you, Chad, for that one. And actually, I'm going to keep it, but over there. And this is from Pretty. You're literally like, what's that called? Godzilla. You're just tearing everything down. This card is from Carrie Ritchie. Go ahead, bite me. Just bite me. Carrie Ritchie, thank you very much. She's a team member. Thank you, Carrie. And I'm sure I got a lot more cards, but they're nowhere to be found right now. They're in the mailbox is what I mean. Okay, Brittany ruined my camera. You got to get... Oh, my gosh, y'all. This could be a problem today. All right. Oh, I'm supposed to show this. I was already going to show it, but V said I have to show this storage container that I bought for my new stamps and dies. So let me show you from the side here. This is from a store called Daiso. I know they're all over the U.S., but I don't know if every state has them. I've seen them in Vegas. Somewhere else I went with Stampin' Up. And, of course, here in Texas. But you just have to Google it. It's literally, let me see if I can, I don't know if she spelled it out. D-A-I-S-O. Did V spell it earlier? Just going to put you on the screen, V. I think it was V or somebody. Anyway, this is what it looks like. I like that it's kind of milky, clear, see-through. Robin got a similar one from the same store, but she said it's different size, and I don't know. She said shorter. I don't know if you mean shorter this way or shorter this way, Robin. But anyway, I haven't seen a picture of hers. No, Brittany, literally no. No. I have to be firm. She's messing up cords and everything. So this is just an option you could get for, and they were $4.50, $4.50. Here it is. Okay, so here's how you spell Daiso. It has a little handle right here. I mean, whatever, hole on both sides. And it pretty much fits them perfectly. Like, you can line them up all the way down. It doesn't curve weird where you can't do that. It's going to fit a ton. I haven't measured, but like I haven't counted, I should say. So that's it. I also got something from Dollar Tree, but it's not as good, but it did work for $1.50 or something. So I just wanted to share that. I really like it. Technically, you can stack these on top of each other if they don't have something tall in them, but they kind of interlock a little bit. Okay. Thank you, V. Hey, Stella. Good morning. Oh, there's Robin spelled it out for us as well. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, Robin's going to have to post a picture in our team group of the one she got so we can, some people might like that better. But I think we did a little run on Daiso yesterday with our team. Oh, Stella says, I think they are online as well. That's good to know. No, I'm going to yell at Brittany, y'all. No, I can't. She thinks she can just do that. She thinks she can just do that. Okay. Let's look at the bundles we're using today. Stella says, I like how deep they are. Okay, Robin said shorter height. Good to know. I didn't know what you meant yesterday, Robin. So shorter in height, which won't affect storing these, you know, so go either way. Stella says, I like how deep they are. Oh, they're cheaper if they're shorter. Good point, Robin. $2.25. I like it. Okay, you'll post tomorrow. Perfect. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. Let's look at the bundles we're going to use today. This is a whole suite of products. There's a picture, a sample right there. A whole suite of products that I think will retire in around April, side note, from our November online exclusives. They are available now. I'm going to go set these cards somewhere. I'll be right back. Across the room. I had to go put those where I put stuff that needs to be moved to a display board. Because I have an in-person class December 20th. Side note, display boards. Okay. It's a whole suite called what? Brushed with Beauty. It's $136.25 for everything. So you get designer paper, 2 bundles, an embellishment, and an embossing folder, which I don't think I have over here. Maybe I do. Hold on. But I didn't use it. I didn't end up using that. Here it is. And I've shown some of this. I went through the designer paper already on a previous video, and the Pearls of Beauty and the vellum. Sorry, the vellum is included in the suite, the 12 by 12 thick vellum. I showed everything except the 2 bundles because I had not purchased those yet. Here's the embossing folder. It's like a fancy argyle. It's a normal like 4 and a whatever by 6-ish folder, thick, 3D. And Pearls of Beauty, again, I showed those already, but let me show them here on the previous video. Really, they're very shiny. Like, I don't know what the right word is, but they're very shiny. The vellum, of course, is just a nice thick 12 by 12 vellum that obviously you can cut down because I've been using the heck out of it. Real thick, real nice. And you can buy all of these things individually. They're all in the online store right now. Okay, so let's look at these bundles. They are, and again, I already showed the DSP, so I'm not going to do the whole speech about every pattern on that again. First, we have Petals of Beauty. This is flowers. My stamp set, every single stamp from this is mounted right now. But I did do the thing where I stamped it on the inside, and I went ahead and attached my thin plastic sheet to that one, and I made a video showing how and why, but I haven't edited it yet and posted it. But here's the thick one. I will put the stamps back here matching the image, and then I'll put this on top, and when I pull it off, they will stick to it. I do not want to glue this to this side because I like to just lay this sheet on the table when I'm working with all the stamps on it. So there you go. Anyway, I don't know why I said all that, but Petals of Beauty. So stamps, we have 2 larger flowers. One larger flower that is 2-step. So you have the outline and the detail. It's very artistic, painty like, light and darks. And I don't know what kind of flower it is, but it's got 5 petals and it's just real pretty. Very detailed, and you don't need to color anything. Then there is a smaller flower, same style of flower. It's, not the exact same duplicate of this one, just the same style, 2-step. Then we have a small, those are, I should measure, I believe these are actual size. I believe. They're not all actual size on the front of the case if they can't fit them there, but these are. So the large flower is about 1 3/4, and the small is about 1 1/8. Okay, then we have this one I think is more, I'm not sure if this is leaves or flower buds, but I think it could be either, like you could use it as either, but it's about 2 inches tall, and it's a stem with two stems coming off of it, and then these bulb kind of things at the ends that are very artistically painted. There's dies for all of these, by the way. Then there's another leaf image that is like a short, fat 3-leaf image, about a little over 1 inch tall by 2 inches wide. Brittany, we're not doing it. No, stop. Oh, I'm getting irritated. The Grinchy is coming out. Dun, 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 dun. That's a solid one. And then there's this other leaf or stemmy, greeny, leafy thing that's a little bit smaller than that. That's more like, it could be a detail or veins for this one, or it can stand on its own because there is a die for it. But I've used it both ways on my samples today. So I've used it by itself, and I've used it on top of this other leaf. Then last but not least is 3 flowers that are much smaller. I guess they're the same style of flower, like a 5-petal flower. It's a grouping of 3 in a triangle format. And you have the outline and then basically a center to stamp in those. And I've actually missed one. Last but not least is a center image that's real artistic, messy, with solid end dots to go in either of the other flowers, the large one and the small one. Okay, so that's the stamp set. The dies, you can die cut out all those stamped images, every single one I named, even the small flower center. And then there are 5 standalone dies as well. So there's 12 dies total. Of course, they're called Petals of Beauty. And they are pictured on the front of the package there. And I guess I could leave that turn that way while I talk. The detail one. So there's a real pretty, I don't know what kind of leaves these are. If anyone knows and you want to say it, but it's of a 3-inch tall stem with really large solid leaves, about 6 of them, and I don't know what you call the shape, but they're kind of fat, and then they come to a little point at the top, and then detail, when you die cut it, there'll be a line down the center of each leaf, so it's really pretty. And then there's more of like a stem with just the outline of long, oblong, pointy leaves. And the middle part does get cut out. So it's just the outline. And that's a really large one, 4 inches tall. And then there's 2 detail flower dies. That's just the outline of the large and small flower, which I believe from seeing other samples, I did not play with this, that they will fit, it will match up perfectly if you attach them on top of these stamped images, I think. Or you can use them alone, of course. So probably, oh yeah, let me just look at this. You could probably also, I don't know if it's a perfect fit, but I feel like I saw it looking good. You might also be able to layer the solid die with the detail one. So there's a large and small of that. Okay, there's those dies. I think I need to leave them out because I do have to cut out some flowers for one of my cards. And then Words of Beauty. So we got Petals of Beauty and Words of Beauty. The words are the coordinating set to give you some words to say. So it's a really great one where you can combine words to make whatever phrases you want. We've got a huge cursive just and because, lowercase. They are shown at actual size on the front of the case here. So a thick cursive font, like brush stroke thick, beautiful font. I mean cursive of just and because. There are dies to cut those out. Then, honestly, I didn't play with these other 2, but there's 2 more just dies and 2 more because dies. One is going to really be the letters, like it'll cut out the word just and because. And then there's like a second layer to go behind those letters. And then this could be your third layer. So you can layer them up or use different ones individually. I don't know. Maybe that's a more perfect fit. I didn't even try it, y'all. I just tried the big one on my words. She did too. Oh no, she did on this spot. It's no stamping. It's layering the large one and the detail because. Maybe I'll test it on this video. Let me leave these laying out. I'll do just later. Okay, so anyway, so you can cut out just because. And then in the dies, there's 3 other label dies. They're like rectangles that have mitered corners, sort of, at the ends. Mitered edges, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. One is a little more than 1/2 inch tall by 3 1/4. One is about 1 3/4 by 1/2 inch, and one is 3/4 tall by 2. And of course, those are going to fit different words in this set. So we had just because in the large cursive. Then there is a larger, smaller than that, but larger just and because in a lowercase typewriter font. Then the smallest font, all of these are all caps, serif type font. We have the word kind, sweet, you're a great friend, it's your birthday, exclamation mark, I appreciate you, I think you're amazing, lovely, I love you, you're so, and you've been on my mind. And some of these are stacked so they can go on the short, tall label, and some are long and skinny. Okay, it's awesome. I love word dies. So there we go. And most of these words are mounted, but let me show you what I meant about. So if I take this off, the way this is the skinny part of the stamp, like the stamp, the part that you put the ink on, and the back is the super thick side that sticks to your clear block. So that is going to, if I had used I love you and I put it back here so I know where all my stamps go, when I put this thick sheet down on top of it, it's going to pick up that. And now I can lay this on my table and work while I'm designing. And then when I'm finished, I'll put it back like that. Okay, let's get to stamping. Please test it. Yes, Sandra, I will. I'm like, I should just do it. Ugh, being lazy here. Being lazy. So hopefully me leaving those laying out will make me do it. Yeah, I don't. Actually, I might need that one. I chose just because it's the shorter word. All right, so let's make card number 1. Now, I want to remind y'all, this is my Stamp-A-Stack class this month. You can take this class. This is 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. Join the club. It is only $38. 8 cards, over $20 in merchandise. We cut stamp ace st. Oh gosh. We cut, I got punch and emboss everything possible. You stamp and assemble at home with your stuff. Let me clean that. Let me fix that. It's a great deal, and hopefully you'll like the designs and want to take the class. You can take it as a single one-time only class, which will cost you $2 more, or you can join the club and cancel it anytime. So don't worry, you're not locked in. Anyway, stamp a stack, 8 cards. CARDS. Join RSVP by 12/14. Okay, that's this class. All right, so we're going to start with our card base. Of Calypso Coral here for card number 1. Card number 1. Got my bone folder. This is 5.5 by 8.5 Calypso Coral cardstock. So I took an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock and I cut it in half. That gives you 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. Very economical, very easy to measure and remember. And when you cut it in half, it fits into that invitation size envelope, which is Stampin' Up's medium envelope. Really nice quality white envelopes, which are low inventory, by the way, I'm sure because of the holidays. So get your white envelopes while you can. Free shipping. Free shipping. Side note, free shipping. Not on this kit, but on your order. December 10 through 12. Okay. I think I made a, Hold on, what graphic did I make for today? What words did I put? The free shipping thing. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so we got our card base. We're going to set it aside. This will be a portrait up and down card. I think all 4 today are portrait up and down. Okay, next will be in your packet. This is pretty much how your packet will be. A piece of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. I am going to give you all the measurements today on the video because I did not have time to do recipe cards. There's no recipe cards today. Hopefully we'll get back to that next week or after Christmas. 4 inches by 5 1/4 basic white to go on the front here. We're going to stamp on it. Then you'll have a piece of vellum. This is 3 inches, 3 by 4 1/4. And we will pre-die cut for you that long 3 1/4 inch long label out of Lost Lagoon. I'm missing a piece of paper. I thought I cut it. Hold on, I wrote myself on that. 5/8 by 3 1/2. I need to cut myself one more piece of paper. 5/8 by 3 1/2. Hold on, let me find the color. Lost Lagoon. 5/8 by 3 1/2. I think I was so busy calculating what size it needed to be yesterday that I forgot to then go back and cut it. Okay, so you'll also have this piece in your packet. 5/8 by 3 1/2 Lost Lagoon cardstock. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, actually I probably will, let me just stamp the greetings first and then I'm going to stamp on here. I actually got basically copied this card very similarly to one on the Stampin' Up website. So with the online exclusives, the way to get samples, we don't have a catalog for them. And in this book, in this brochure, which is on my blog, there's no samples, but just go to the online store, look up the product. I went to the bundles, actually. I went to Petals of Beauty bundle, and there's samples there. So that's where I copied this from there. Okay, so I need basically all the stamps. Hold on. Let me grab them. I have everything in this container for my in-person class. So we got 2 layers of stamps here for the class. So y'all can see. Look at all those stamps we're going to use. And these are all the ink pads we'll use for this class. So I'm going to set those over here. And I've got to make myself some space for a moment. Take these out. Okay, so I need, look at my sample, the big bulb leaf type image. I need It's Your Birthday. I need this small just because. There. What else? The solid, large, and small flower. The little detail leaf thing, the skinny one. And the 3 flower image. Both of those. And the center, I believe. The flower center. Yes. 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 Okay. The small flower center. I think that's all I need for this card. Okay. It's a lot, right? Let's do the words first. We're going to use Early Espresso ink for the greeting. This is going to say, just because it's your birthday. Now, you can use different greetings, of course, on your own cards, I should say. And at in-person, I will have several different, so you can choose from whatever I have out if you're in person using my stamps. And I believe they're all going to be an early espresso from card to card. So it'll be fine to mix it up. Okay, I'm stamping the word just. I'm tapping, not pressing hard. I only want to get ink on the stamp, not the clear block. And I'm going to stamp just, it could actually be on the right side too, but I'm just going to stamp it on one side of this paper. And then I'll put because on the other side and then cut them apart. This is the just because that's a little bit larger than It's Your Birthday, but it's not the huge cursive. So we made this paper extra big for you just in case of errors, right? And then you need to cut these apart. You can do that with your paper trimmer or scissors. I think I'll use my paper trimmer. So I'm going to do that off camera because of all the stuff I have here. But you can do either. So just because it's your birthday, there we go. Now we'll put that aside, and now we're going to stamp a background basically on this piece of white. I got a Petal Pink ink pad first for the large. Oh, it says it's stamp off, but we're not going to stamp off on this one. For the large, what am I trying to say? Solid flower, large solid flower. So I'm going to stamp it a few times on here, here at the top. Now it will be light and dark on purpose, so that is not bad stamping. That's because it's distinctive and it's meant to look real artistic. I'm going to put one over here on the right. I'm just making a background basically, so you could stamp them anywhere you wanted, but you know. Oh, let me get back to comments. What am I doing? Linda made it to town while listening. Now breakfast at a restaurant, so sound is down but watching. Love it. Lisa, hello. Yes, Brittany was over here a lot earlier, Lisa. So much, so much. Okay, and then one more down here, right? Something like that. I've also got my chamois that comes with the take your pick. I mean, Glass Mat Studio, ready to wipe the excess ink. Okay, next I'm going to do Daffodil Delight. I mean, what the crap? Darling Duckling ink. What I'm saying. Darling Duckling ink. The reason I'm saying what the crap is because I was literally looking at the words. With the solid, smaller flower. And I'm not going to stamp it off because I'm just doing the solid ones only on this. No detail. Again, did I only do 2 on there? I think I only did those 2. Okay, so we'll see if I need another one, but we'll just do those 2 for now. Then I'm going to grab Lost Lagoon ink and stamp this leaf bulb thing in Lost Lagoon a few times on here. Just in different areas. I'm trying to follow the pattern that I did on my first card, which was kind of following the pattern on the Stampin' Up! Website on that sample. I think I just did 3. But you could just randomly do it as well. Like, whatever, it's your card. Do what you want. And I'm going to grab Old Olive ink and do this little skinnier leafy greenery kind of thing a few times. Some of these, again, are hanging off the edges so that it looks like it was printed that way. Okay. And now Calypso Coral. Now this one I am going to stamp off. Of course, the one I didn't write. So let me grab a piece of scrap paper. I don't like to stamp off on the glass mat. You can. It does not hurt anything. So I just grabbed a scrap. What the heck? Is my camera working? I don't know what just happened. Did y'all lose me? Oh my gosh. Whatever. Yeah. So many issues. I'm inking the 3 flower image. I'm going to stamp it off on scratch paper. Stamp it on here. 3 flower image, just a little bit lighter. Because everything else on here is real pastel, you know. Just keep it that way. I think that's it. Okay, so we're just stamping like a background here. We also now want to add, all good now, froze only for a second. Thank you, Robin. It was like just the camera wasn't, the hand camera wasn't moving. I don't know. Thank goodness I happened to glance over it at that moment. Okay, now I'm going to add the centers with crumb cake ink to the large petal pink flower. See how that center is just like a little messy? I like it. It's cute. The large petal pink ones, and then also the small darling duckling, and then there's a 3 center image for the coral flowers. Okay, so now we have this background stamped on here. It'll look cuter once the card's finished, for sure. Keep looking at my sample to make sure I didn't forget anything. I think I'm okay. All right. So this card is ready to assemble. The first thing I will do is attach the 4 by 5 1/4 basic white to the card base flat. Calypso coral card base there. Then I'm going to grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. I like to use the minis. And I'm going to attach these. Actually, hold on. I'm going to attach Just Because flat and the It's Your Birthday with Stampin' Dimensionals directly to this vellum. Actually, let me put the vellum on this silicone sheet so I can see. So just toward the top, maybe about 1 inch. No, not even 1 inch. Maybe 3/4 of an inch from the top. And then because 1/4 or so inch below that, centered, and then this one, It's Your Birthday on the dimensionals. Same distance. And I'm just centering these as best I can. Okay, so Just Because It's Your Birthday. Now, if you put adhesive on vellum, it usually shows through. So I would put the adhesive where these pieces of paper are on the back here, and my adhesive is going to be Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm going to put dimensionals where that Lost Lagoon paper is, and these I'm putting right on top, even though there's a piece of paper between them. On the Just Because, I'm putting them right on top of those other ones. It kind of looks like a birthday cake, but I don't know if that was the intention. Like an abstract birthday cake. Hello. Okay, so this will just go right in the center of the card. And raising it up makes it even more or less easy to see through the vellum. You can see through it, but you know, if it was closer down, you can see through it a little bit better. And Now I'm going to add, with this class, you're getting over $20 in merchandise, which will include a half a pack of the designer paper. Thank you, V. I think a half a pack of these Pearls of Beauty and a roll of this Mossy Meadow. What is this ribbon? Mossy Meadow and Gold trim. Mossy Meadow and Gold trim. 1/4 inch ribbon. This is available now. It is low inventory right now, just FYI, in case you like this ribbon. It's very shiny, and it's kind of 2 different colors of green on each side. It's got gold in it. Well, I said that, duh. But like, it's got a lot of gold in it. It's very shiny. So it kind of has 2 different colors. I'm just going to tie a bunny ears bow here. But I don't think that they're different enough to stress too hard if the other side shows when you tie a bow. Okay, so I'm going to make bunny ears bows. So I got 2 bunny ears between 2 different hands, left and right, 2 loops, 4-finger and thumb for each one, pointing at myself so that I'm keeping the ribbon flat and facing me. Oh, yeah, flat and not twisted like this if my hands were turned away, so that if I let it go, it's just flat. You don't see a turn in it. And of course, I have a tail on one side, and I'm leaving it on the roll on the other so I don't have waste. Okay, you need lots of space in between or else it doesn't work. Bring the right one over the left one, push that right one down into the rabbit hole, and then make your bow, which will look crazy at first probably. This will be a small to, it'll be a small bow. I was going to say small to medium, but I think it's a small bow for this card. Just fix it and make it look cute to you. Trim. Get something there. I'm going to trim it there and then make this one match. See, no waste on that one side. Okay, the bow's going to go down below my greeting. Grab my mini glue dots, peel it back until we see only 1 dot. Fold the paper down so that you can push really hard as you want into this cardboard circle, and then pull that off so you don't have to touch the bow and make it unsticky. I didn't think about this one until just now. I can add a dimensional now under that glue dot, under the bow. There, that'll help stabilize that. I'll do that on my other card too. Or you could put the glue dot, the dimensional, and then put the bow on that spot. Anyway, so there's that. We're going to add some pearls. I'm going to use these white ones. I didn't write it down, but I believe they're Crumb Cake, Calypso Coral, and white. They're super pretty. Again, in person, they're very, very shiny pearls. Very shiny, glossy. Maybe glossy is a good word. I'm going to take your pick tool. Don't forget, I have available, this will make a great Christmas gift for a crafting friend, my Take Your Pick Tool holder. If you have any questions on that, let me know. The link to buy that is in the email that comes out tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to grab a large, you get large and small with these pearls. You get like, $30 of each size. So 30 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a lot of pearls. I did a large and a small up at the top right, and I'm going to do a large and a small over here beside the word because. So mine's a little bit different than the one on the Stampin' Up website, but if you go check that out, if you just go look up this bundle, either one of these bundles, you should see this sample where I got the idea from. So that is card number 1. Part of your stamp stack. You will make 2. So it'll be just like this. And thank you, Linda. Thanks, V. And it's kind of springy colors already, but we're not in spring yet, are we? But just florals are always nice any time of year. So there we go. Okay, card number 2. Card number 2. This one is a crumb cake card base, crumb cake. Bone folder. I forgot what I was looking for. Bone folder, 5.5 by 8.5. Just fold it in half with the bone folder so you have less wrinkles on the inside. Just rest those corners or rest those edges against your thumbnail, match up the corners, and fold with the bone folder. The next layer, oh, this is a Z fold. Sorry, I forgot. So we're going to fold the front all the way back in half to the left, just like I just did. Or if you prefer, for a Z fold, and then it'll open like this. Super simple. Your friends will be amazed and you made a Z fold. Okay, then we're going, that will go on the inside of this card, and I am going to stamp something on there. Then 1 5/8, 1 5/8 by 5 1/4 of Mossy Meadow cardstock for that front left flap. And then you will cut your own designer paper, remember, from the kit, or from your designer paper, which comes in the kit. And again, this is the Brushed with Beauty. Quick, since I have already described from the November product. So if you need to know that video, let me know and I'll find it. But this is a gorgeous floral paper, but then the back sides are just like water, or they're painted mainly one color scheme, like for example Calypso Coral or Mossy Meadow, but you know, there's a lot of imperfections and lighter colors and stuff. Florals, again, with crumb cake as the background, patterned or linen-y kind of backgrounds as well. It's just a really gorgeous paper. It is a lot of Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, Darling Duckling, Early Espresso, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Secret Sea, and Berry Vanilla. They don't list crumb cake, but that's got to be a color, right? Because there's so much brown in this. Like, so much brown. Although I did put a piece of crumb cake cardstock next to it, and it was a little bit off, so maybe that's why they didn't list crumb cake. But there is a brown in there that's like crumb cake. Okay, so this is one of the floral ones that has the Lost Lagoon painting on the back and crumb cake linen background with pink and coral and vanilla florals on the front. That will go on top of that. Will be 1 3/4 by 5 1/8. 5 1/8. Okay, then we will pre-die cut for you these right here, Basic White and Mossy Meadow Nested Essentials dies. So the Mossy Meadow will be that largest one, the coffin shape, and Basic White will be the next to largest coffin shape Mossy Nested Essentials dies. Okay, there we go. Stamping wise, we're going to stamp on the 2 white pieces, and we're going to grab, so now we're going to do the flowers the correct way with the 2-step. What else am I doing? The words. What is this card? This is going to say, I think you're amazing. I chose this greeting for one thing because it fits where I want it to. Also, You've Been on My Mind would fit. Maybe I should stamp. I'll stamp You've Been on My Mind because my other one says I think you're amazing. So I'm going to stamp the greeting first in Early Espresso ink. Right in this card will be portrait up and down. So this coffin thing is up and down. Right in the center of the white coffin thing. You've Been on My Mind. Early Espresso ink. Just tap, tap, tap. Do not press hard on our ink pads. Tap as many times as you want and you'll get that perfect image. Don't press too hard. Use a nice firm background. You'll be good. Not a soft, not a flexible, not a bumpy, not a whatever. Yeah. Okay. So now for this card, I'm going to use, besides Early Espresso, I'm going to use Petal Pink and Old Olive ink. And I'm going to do my flowers first. Ooh. So for this, actually, the first thing I'm going to stamp is the detail flower. And just a tip, if you're in my class in person, I always label wherever I write the color is what I consider right side up. So this would be right side up to this to match for 2-step side. Okay, so I'm going to stamp. This one's pretty obvious, obviously, too. You can tell where the top or where they match up. But I'm going to stamp the outline image in full strength petal pink ink. And I'm going to stamp this flower up here at the top of the Nested Essentials dies, hanging off the edges a little bit, and then repeat that at the bottom. I'll just flip it upside down and do it at the bottom. So it's going to hang off the edges a little bit. You don't want to go too low because we're also going to add some greenery here. And then to stamp the solid part, we'll just ink it up in petal pink, stamp it off onto scratch paper, and then stamp it. And it's pretty easy to align the 2-step images. Stamp it directly over that flower. Lots of detail there. It's really awesome. Same. Repeat that on the bottom here. Pay attention. Look at more than one spot when you're aligning it. You think you're good, and then you look and you're way off at the other side. So these flowers are so pretty when they're stamped. Okay, then we'll add this. Oh, I forgot. I'm also putting this flower on the bottom right-hand corner of the inside of the card, bottom right hand. So it's going to definitely hang off even more down there. Just a portion of the flower on there. The solid one. Where did I put it? Hold on, my brain's not working. I can't think where I put that. I don't see it. Oh, it's right on the scratch. It's sitting on the scratch paper. Okay. Goodness. It's like I lost it in more than one way. Okay, so down there in the bottom right corner. And then, let me wipe this down real quick. That ink won't dry on their glass mat, so it will transfer to your cardstock. Okay, now this, again, the detailed greenery one, the skinnier one that I just used on the other card as well. We're going to stamp it in Old Olive. Oh, I need the center also. I lied. Forgot about the center. This greenery one, I'll stamp at the top, or coming off the top flower and the bottom flower and the corner flower. And the flowers have or obviously the petals have little indentions, and that's where you can just, this comes to a point, this leaf, so you can just sneak it in there. And then I'm going to add the centers in crumb cake ink. And I like this because the centers, they probably have like a way to align them, but they do not need to be perfect at all. I don't think it really matters at all. So there is that stamping. Thank you, Robin. Pretty came back. You didn't get the message? You didn't get the message? No. She said no. Let me just sit on all of your crap. Thanks. Here's a chamois. Goodness. All right. Come on. Come on. Come here. Oh, my goodness. Let me hold her for a second. Okay, so there is all that. Now I just need to assemble it and add a bow and some pearls. So grab this. I'm holding Brittany for a minute so she can feel like she got some attention. But I can't do anything till I put her down. Prep everything. Okay, girl, that's it. You got to go. Get down. Get down. Okay, So let me attach the designer paper to the Mossy Meadow. A lighter background so I can see. And then attach that to the front left flap. This is a card, if you wanted to get fancier with this stamp set in particular, you could have put, like I would have had to have stamped on a different piece of paper or stamped and die cut out the just because, and that could be on the front part here. And then when they open it up, it would say just because, boom, you've been on my mind or whatever. I wanted to keep this one simpler because there's a lot more die cutting on the other two cards. I'm just saying, like, this is one where you could really use that, the way the stamp set is designed to make the card be a even bigger wow. And I did consider that, but let me keep this one a little more simple so that everybody at the in-person class doesn't kill me. Okay, then for You've Been on My Mind, it's going to go here in the center. So it will only get attached to the front left flap. I'm going to flip this coffin upside down top to bottom, center it left to right so I can see where to put my adhesive. I'm using my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, which, by the way, I just use minis because that's what I like, not because that's what's needed for this project. You can use the big ones too. I just use minis for everything. And just trimmed my nails last night, so they're super short. And only on that back left half. And I'm centering it left to right, top to bottom. And that's how the card is going to open. And I need a bunny ears bow again, or you need a bow. I'm going to make it be from a bunny ear, but hopefully that makes sense. If you make your bows a different way, that's fine. You just need a bow from that Mossy Meadow and gold ribbon. Scissors. Made my tail a little bit short there, but it's fine. You could make yours longer. For this card, it's a little shorter than I did on my first card, but whatever, it's fine. A little off track there. Okay, mini glue dot. This bow will go right over here to the left corner of On My Mind. And then let's add some pearls. So we've got this blank spot over here at the top right in the white section. So we'll grab those pearls, which are here somewhere. Back here. I'm going to use the coral ones. And I'll do a medium. And a couple of small. And a little triangle pattern up there in the top left corner. Whoops. And that is card number 2. You've Been on My Mind. This one says, I think you're amazing. So either greeting fits. Use the dot on the next card. So this could be a lot more elaborate, but again, I got to keep some of them a little more simple. Hey, Jane, good morning. Thank you. Love a good fun fold card. I know you do, Linda. Yes, girl. Robin says, my cat Joy does the exact same thing. Good. Glad it's not just me. Thank you, Robin. I'm glad you're excited to make these. Okay, so there's that one. And now number 3, we still have 2 more to go. Number 3 has the most stamping. I'm just going to tell y'all now, I have to die cut all this stuff out. I didn't have time to pre-do it. But here is the supplies for card number 3. So first is our card base. It is Lost Lagoon. 5.5 by 8.5. Fold it in half. It'll be portrait again, up and down. No, Brittany, no. I'm going to have to yell at y'all. Not letting her do it this time. Okay, card base, Lost Lagoon. The next will be designer paper. So remember, you do need to cut your own designer paper. Bring your cutter to in person. But anyway, because you're getting half a pack. I recommend you cut this. Is the crumb cake with stripes, vanilla stripes, and one is the crumb cake with vanilla dashes. It's like dash dot, but just dashes only. They're thick and they're evenly spaced and patterned on the crumb cake background, which is like a linen-y crumb cake. Okay, so for the stripes, I cut it 2 5/8 tall. Technically, it could be a little shorter and it would be okay. 2 5/8, but it needs to be 4 inches wide. And as you can see, I have the stripes going across. So you have to pay attention to cut it. That's going to go on the top section of this card with the normal 1/8 inch border. And then the bottom is the same size, 2 5/8 by 4. The 4 inches the most important. It can be a little bit shorter if you want. And it has the dashes going up and down. And that will get glued at the bottom. So what you'll want to pay attention to when you glue these down is that you have the 1/8 inch border here and the 1/8 inch border at the bottom. In the middle, we're going to cover it up where they overlap with gold foil. So don't worry about that. Okay, so that's the one. The foil is 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches long. We'll cut you a piece of gold foil to go right across the center there. Okay, so that's your base. Then we are going to die cut all 3 of these for you. So you will have a petal pink what is it? Losing my words. Branching out dies label. It's the 3rd from the largest, and it is missing from here because I already have it packed for my helper, my wonderful helper, Linda. 3rd from the largest, and then the 4th from the largest is basic white of branching out dies. These labels that are stitched on the edges, they look like ticket corners. They're amazing. They nest. They're awesome. So 3rd from the largest is petal pink, and then the next one down is basic white. So those will be cut for you. And then from this set of from this bundle, we're using Words of Beauty. We will cut this white label for you. It's the like medium size one that's taller and shorter. Okay. Oh, and then you're going to have a scrap of white. Your scrap will be exactly this size. This is to make 2 cards. So you're going to need 1 pink flower for 1 card. 1 pink, 1 green leaf, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So I will stamp those for me. This is my sample for class. So I'll stamp them for this card and die cut them out. So this is what you'll have in the class though. Or whatever. You'll have that sample. I'll take a photo for the written instructions like I always do. I try to do stuff like that for my instructions so you don't just have a scrap and you're like, how can I fit everything on here? You got a guide if you're doing it with me. I also did sneak in a stamp from another stamp set for this card, but it's no big deal. It is a splatter. Let me grab it. Somewhere do I? Yeah. I took the one from, where is it? This Cone Flower Celebrations, a gorgeous set. When I opened it up to take the splatter out, I saw all these flowers and I was like, I need to use this again. It's so good. But anyway, it has a nice splatter stamp in it. So any splatter you own, you probably have one from 20 years ago, you can use whatever if you're taking this class, which you should. Go ahead and register. Okay, so I need all these images. I need the large flower in petal pink. So outline first. I already did this on a previous card, so I'll say it a little faster. Then the solid one, stamped off, petal pink. Stamped off. Okay. And we'll add the center. Then we need the yellow flower. There's the outline right here. Okay, so that's Darling Duckling. Outline first. Ink up the solid, stamp off on scratch paper. Align it and stamp. Looking at my pictures, I need, these are the same colors I've already stamped things in on other cards. So I need the Lost Lagoon image that is like the bulbs or leaves or whatever, stamped in full strength Lost Lagoon ink. So this is the first card where I'm using the thick, solid 3-leaf image, the kind of fat one, short and fat. And I'm going to combine it with the details, I should say. So I need, because of the shape of this one, I'm going to stamp first the solid Old Olive solid leaf, but I'm going to stamp it off and then stamp it on. So Old Olive stamped off. And then I'm going to add this detail one right on top of it. Like I said, I think these are meant to go together. I'm pretty sure. And then I'm going to use that detail one also by itself, full strength Old Olive. And last but not least is the Calypso Coral flowers. On the other card, we stamped them off, these coral flowers, the 3. But on this card, we're not. We're going to make them dark. Now we just need to add our centers. And of course, I'll stamp on these as well. I'll do centers first. So here is my small center. Tip, if you're using a tiny image like this, go to the corners of your ink pads. There's so much ink there that doesn't get used. Pick up that ink in the corners with these small images. I'm doing the 3 flowers center image and crumb cake right on top of that dark coral. So all of these get die cut out. And then let me go ahead and do these labels. I'm going to put, actually I'm going to switch it and do I think you're amazing on this card. I need that. But my other card says, my other sample says you've been on my mind. So again, whichever one fits, you can use it. It's Early Espresso ink. This one says I think you're amazing. The other one says you've been on my mind. And then with this splatter, I just want to add splatter on this portrait up and down. White branching out dies label in the top right and bottom left corners, and I'm going to stamp off. So I'm going to ink it up normal. Don't press hard. In crumb cake, do not press hard. You're going to push all the ink off those dots if you do. Stamp it once on scratch paper and then twice up here in the corner. And then repeat that on the bottom left. So it's a very light background, but then it's, you know, the white is not so stark, basically. There's that, just in case. Clean that up. I'm going to do it on the, I think I'm done with that scratch paper. Okay, and don't worry, I'm getting to the word dies on the last card. Okay, we're going to die cut all these out. I'm going to cut these apart. I always recommend you cut your images apart. If you line up all of these dies on here, 1, they might overlap. 2, they might shift, and then if you're using a magnetic plate, they might shift. And when a magnet shifts, you want to turn your paper to match the magnet. Well, if you turn this whole sheet, then you've messed up everything else. Anyway, there's just a lot of reasons to cut them. Also, it will allow you to turn these to go into the machine the best direction, which is long and skinny like this instead of short and fat like that when possible. So we can like lay these out on the die cut machine how we want. And also you can put the most sketchy ones at the front that you think might shift the most. You can put them so that they go into the machine first because that's where it tightens down first, so less chance of movement. Okay, so let me grab my machine. Just a reminder, this is my Stampin' class. 8 cards. Registered by December 14th. It's a club you can join and cancel anytime and save money, or you can take it as a one-time class if you prefer. So I'll lay my paper on here on my plate. I always keep a plate on bottom that I always only cut on, and it is super cut up, as you can see on both sides. And then I always keep one that I never put on bottom that, well, mine, I can't show you good there, but it's completely flat because I always keep it on top. The trick is when you use it, the literal moment it starts, your new ones on top starts to curve, flip it over, but don't flip it until it starts to curve. Don't be going back and forth. I don't know why, but just don't. This is from years of me doing it this way and it working. And sometimes there is an exception to the rule, and I'll get one and it doesn't do that, and then I get rid of it and use a different one and it's correct. Getting all these dies. I'm gonna put my readers on. Oh, my readers on just in case. How we doing? By the way, as you're watching, please feel free to give a like, a thumbs up, a heart. It will help me. I show that I've had 4 people do that so far, including myself. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it says on the screen over there. 4 likes or hearts or whatever's. So you can do that. Brittany, get down. You want this? Come here. Come here. Hold on, y'all. I stepped away for a second. I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea, but she found some catnip I had on my desk, so I put some on the floor for her. Let's see what happens now. Last time I gave it to her, she just ate it. I was like, ugh. I Googled it. Is this bad? They said they might get an upset stomach or throw up. It's like, okay, great. Okay. Also, it's from the dollar store, so it might be sketchy. I don't know. I know y'all can't see everything, but I'm just aligning all these images, and I'm hoping none of them shift because I'm too lazy to put the tape on or sticky note or washi tape or whatever on them. My machine is sliding because it's on this glass mat instead of my normal rubbery bottom that I have for it. I don't want to let go of this one until it's locked in. How we did. Yeah, I could tell that one was a little bit off when I had it lined up, but it's fine. But that was because I did align it a little poorly. Same thing here, but if you align them well, I didn't do great on any of these. Okay, if you align them well, it'll look like that. That's user error. These are good ones. Of course, the 3 at the front, right? You could also not do 20 at a time, but who has time for that? Okay. By the way, a lot of you are coming to bingo tonight. I will see you tonight at bingo. After I do all the after video stuff, I will then be emailing you all the bingo info. Like, I know I sent the directions already, but like what games we're playing and everything, I'll email that out tonight. I mean, today in the daytime. And I'll see y'all tonight on Zoom. You can join us next time. I don't know when it is yet, but I will tell them tonight when the next bingo is. All right. Okay, I think we have all the parts now to put this card together. I'm going to do this first because I'm going to forget. I'm going to attach the white label to the petal pink label, and I'm going to tie a ribbon around it because I will forget to do that. This is, again, that Mossy Meadow and gold ribbon. I'm going to wrap it all the way around, side to side. This is portrait, and from left to right, I'm going to wrap it around and tie it in a bow over here on the right. So I'm going to use my reverse tweezers. These are from my Embossing Editions toolkit. So I'll just show you right side up. So I want the bow on the right, and I've got the tweezers there so that my hands are free to tie it, but I'm actually going to flip this upside down to tie the bow. Brady's just, oh, well, duh. She's like scratching on some boxes I have over there, like a scratching board. But duh, I just gave her catnip, so I can't really say anything. Ooh, Julie, for sure. As long as you're free on whatever night we're doing Zoom, it can be long distance. Okay, so there's my bow. The other one on the other card is going the other direction, but it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Like it's going this way, you'll see, but it looks pretty. So let me trim it. Keep losing my scissors. No waste on that side. Make this one match a little bit. I do think we have fun on my Zoom bingos, because we have, at the end, we have a lot of time where everybody can talk, get in on the conversation, basically. Okay, so now that I did that, I just didn't want to forget. Let me put this together. So I will attach the stripes up here at the top first. And then the dashes at the bottom. Most important to me on this is this placement is getting that 1/8 inch border around the 3 sides, but then also trying to make sure that it basically aligns with the top one. I don't know if y'all are, but I'm not a perfect person. And I may sometimes cut paper a little bit, like 2 4-inch pieces might not be the same 4 inches, if y'all know what I mean. So if one's a little shorter than the other, I don't have a meltdown. If one is a tiny bit, you can see that, longer or shorter, it's fine. This one's a little bit longer than this one. I'm not perfect. It's fine. Then I have my 4-inch long by 3/4 gold foil, and that's going to go right across the center of both of, in the middle, to cover up the overlap of those two. Okay, then the label will, with the bow on it, all the way over to the right. This is going to go on with Stampin' Dimensionals. I got my minis here again. I'm going to add 4, and then I'll add a couple in the center, having them partially on the ribbon and partially on the, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I can still move the bow if I don't do that. I can slide it. So never mind. Just put 6 on there. Or put however many you want if they're your own. But I'm putting 6. I know some people that would have a meltdown if they could only use 6 dimensionals. Not going to name names, Alejandra. Okay, so that goes on the center there. And then we'll just add our flowers and our greeting. Build it up. So what I attached at the back and flat is, hold on, yes. the large pink flower, the 2 leaves, and the Lost Lagoon greenery or bulby thing. Okay, so I will attach first the Lost Lagoon bulbs over here on toward the top right. Then my next layer will be my flower, my petal pink flower, and it will go down over this mossy meadow a little bit, over the ribbon a little bit. Then I'm going to tuck my 2 leaves, one over here toward the bottom right. I'm not pressing super hard on these so I can shift them around if I want. And then the fatter leaves on the right and the skinnier one on the bottom left. And then let me add dimensionals to my smaller yellow flower and my grouping of 3 coral flowers. And I'm going to tuck the yellow one kind of under the bow down below the pink flower a little bit, and then the coral will go over that bottom left greenery and yellow flower. And I'm going to try to twist this bow around so it's like my other bow. This way a little bit. Something like that. Something like that. It's fine. Oh yeah, that looks good. Like that. Yeah, just force it. Then my greeting goes down here on the bottom right. I'm going to have it partially on the label and hanging off. So on the right side where it will hang off, I'll put a dimensional, and on the left side some adhesive, and then it's going to again hang off. I might, if possible, let the little leaves come over it a little bit. It looks like that. And then I need some pearls, which are included with your class fee. Of course, a half a pack of pearls. I'm going to use the crumb cake, and I'm going to do a small and medium up here on the white part next to the, or small and large, I don't know what. There's only 2 sizes, 1 of each. No, actually, that's a lie. I did 2 small ones up there. 2 small up by the Lost Lagoon things, and then a large and small down here on the bottom left on the DSP corner, bottom left corner. Yeah, just like that. And that is card number 3 of the Stamp-A-Stack. One says I think you're amazing. One says you've been on my mind. Dun, 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 dun. What types of games do we play? We play like postage stamp, 4 corners, 1 straight line, blackout, X. What else, Robin? What do we do? I try to do them a little bit different. We kind of go back and forth each round. I'll play different games. So 1 month, it's not monthly, but one time we'll play certain games, and then the next time we'll play different ones, and we kind of go back and forth. Hopefully that makes sense. But they're bingo games. Like, it's just a normal bingo card. Okay, this last card, card number 4, this last card is the same size card base. It will end up being the same size card as the others, but the base is 4 1/4 by 11. So you take your 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock and cut it in half the long direction. So we're going to fold that in half with the bone folder. So it fits into the same size envelope. It just opens different. It will still be portrait up and down, so the fold will be at the top. And it'll open like this. Then your next layers, we're actually going to, where's my ribbon? I have 2 rolls, but I don't know where. Okay. I'm just going to set this here so I don't forget. The ribbon is going to get tied all the way around this card base, just like I just did on that other card, but around the base. Okay, the next layer is crumb cake. So this crumb cake cardstock is 3 inches. Put something away there. 3 by 4 1/4. That's your next layer. And then you're going to cut these 3 strips of designer paper for this card. The first one is the florals, the same florals we used 2 cards ago, I think. Not the last one, but the one before, the second one. This will be 1 1/4, 1 1/4 by 4 inches. They're all going to be 4 inches tall because they're going to go on this piece here. That one's the second one is the dashes, and we want the dashes going up and down, long and tall on this. So it's 3/4 of an inch wide and then 4 inches, 3/4 by 4. And then the last one is the one side has like these sort of dogwood, I think, type flowers on the back, crumb cake and vanilla flowers. But the other side is the calypso coral, kind of painty, washy, light and dark, just all coral background. That's the strip we're going to use, and it's just 1/2 inch by 4, 1/2 by 4. And those will get distributed evenly on this piece of crumb cake cardstock, and that will go on our card next. And then we are going to die cut for you these 2 pieces right here. So this is the leaf die I was describing, which is like that stamp. So I guess those are leaf. It's similar to this stamp. Not really though. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. It's a leaf die. The one that has the 6 large ones with the slit down the center. I described it when I did the leaves earlier. On the vellum, we may or may not cut it on these dryer sheets. It'll just depend on what's easier when we start doing bulk. But yeah, we may not do it on the dryer sheets. I don't think we need to, actually. Anyway, that part doesn't matter to y'all. It'll be cut for you. That's what matters. And it's vellum, and it's these cool leaves. So we'll cut that for you. And then we will probably cut this on the vellum and leave it stuck like that and just give it to you, and you can peel it off. This is that detail leaf die. And you'll take it off that sheet. And it kind of cut through my vellum here. I was using a piece of vellum, not vellum, dryer sheet that I had used a couple of times. But anyway, and you'll have that in gold foil. And then last but not least, you're going to have 2 pieces of not pumpkin, petal pink cardstock. What is this? Oh, not last. There's a piece of white for the inside too. You're going to have 2 pieces of petal pink. One is for the word just. One is for the word because. You are making 2 of each card. You're going to get 2 just from this card and 2 because from this cardstock. No. 2 just, 2 because. I already did 1 of each when I made my first sample. Now, the second one can be die cut right here. This is the largest die in the set of the letters. And this is what I was discovering earlier. There's the largest one, and then there is a next smaller down one, which I think will work. So I'm going to test it now. But anyway, so I'm going to die cut just and because. So when you stamp these, there'll be this photo in the instructions, and you're going to want to pay attention to how you stamp them. Not too close together, not too close to the edges, all this stuff. Okay. Then we have this white piece for the inside, which I will stamp. But that's a side note. And then right now, I'm also just going to test out these 2 dies to see how all this layering works. Okay, so let's put all this to the side here. Get the machine, and I need to I'm going to grab a dryer sheet. Some paper. So I do want to turn these 2 where they go in long and skinny. At class, I would tell them to cut these apart. That's your best bet because you don't want to embed any texture on the one you're not die cutting at the time. I'm leaving these intact so I can use it for my helper to know what size to cut it. But I would cut them apart, plus it takes up less space on your machine. Because right now I've got a lot of real estate taken up. And I'm doing them in putting long and skinny. also want to, oh, let me stamp just again on a piece of paper here. I just grabbed one that's nearby. Early espresso. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard. Out with this one and see what the difference is. Grab my scissors. And then I've got a dryer sheet here, unscented. I tore off a section of a dryer sheet there. And scrap, yep. Scrap of what color paper is that? Early espresso. This skinny just really needs to be aligned well. I mean, they all do, of course, but I might be, because I can't get my head right here where I need it because the camera's right there. So I might be a little bit off on my placement. No, Brittany. Not the time. What time is it? Oh, I guess it is past chicken time. Goodness. Should have brought my rubbery bottom for over here. Okay. Yeah, I'm off a little bit. You definitely can cut that word just out more closely, more tight. This is what I did. Now I feel that's wrong. I think it's wrong. Whatever, it's too late. Here's because, again, I could have cut it out with a smaller die. And then here's the super detailed that can totally stand alone. You don't need to stamp anything. Just die cut out the word just. The same way she cut out because on this one, oh, sorry, there. That dryer sheet's miraculous. It even holds the little dot to the J for you. Okay, so there's that one. We knew how that would look. I'm going to cut, I think one more thing. Let me think. Maybe I don't need to. Hold on. Let me look. So if this was, yeah, where's the big one? I'm getting confused. Oh, there's three. No. Where's the other one? Let me move this out of my way, I guess. I wasn't sure if I needed to cut something else, but hold on. I lost the little skinny one. Oh, crap. Oh, there it is. So, what do we think? I think the point is you could either die cut out the words like this and then just use it like that, or layer it onto where you would just die cut out this second one. Not that. Yeah, this one. And it could have two colors like this, right? That looks great. And then, so that's this die. That's this die and this die, these two. Or you can die cut out, instead of stamping, you can die cut out the word just. So these two are the same size and put it on the back of that one and not stamp it. Again, the way Adele, I think, I forgot whose card that was, did on Because. size. You can either die cut it out or stamp it. But they're basic. Oh, they're not the same size though, are they? Hold on. No, I'm lying. Okay, so you can go 3 layers, 3 colors. I lied. So you could die cut out just the super skinny one in brown, for example. Then die cut out this in lagoon, and then die cut out the next one in pink, and that would be 3 colors. Okay, duh. Small, medium, large. But you can do your stamped words with these 2, depending on what level of die cutting out you want. Do I make sense? And there is a dot to the I again, but I would never use that because no. And so again, for the word because, I could have used the skinnier one. Thank you, Eleanor. All types of bingo. Not sure what you mean, Lori, but we do play 6 games of bingo total. If that's what you mean. Everybody good with this example? Die cut only. Stamped, stamped, stamped. Largest one here. We play 6 different games of bingo each time with regular real bingo cards. So it's 6 different games. Like we wouldn't play 4 corners twice in one night. Okay. That's the lesson on that. I will deal with later seeing if I like it skinnier better on the card, like skinny like this. Maybe so. We'll deal with that later though. We don't have time right now. Brittany needs chicken. Jennifer needs lunch, etc. Okay, so on this card, the rest of it's pretty darn simple. And the card's pretty simple. I just was doing all that. Actually, let me stamp the inside first. So on this one, I said, just because I appreciate you. However, there's lots of words you could put on the inside. Just because. Where's the espresso? What the heck? Just because I think you're amazing. Just because you're a great friend. Just because you've been on my mind. Just because, did I use a different one? It's your birthday, right? So I appreciate you. It's going to go on the inside. That's crooked. We're definitely dealing with that. Okay. Now, let's tie this ribbon around just like I just did on the previous card. This one the bow will be on the left. And on this one, the inside is going to show, like the wrapped around part is going to show. So you want to make sure it's straight. Across the front, on the left, and across the center of the tweezers. This is a regular bow, by the way. I don't really know how to instruct those well, but it's like tying your shoes, kind of a bow. The tweezers make it so easy. It's a pretty large bow. And then once we have it, I actually was going to put it on the right side on my original card. So I had it on the right, and then I changed my mind. So you can totally slide it until you start gluing stuff on top of it. You can slide it to change the position of it. Okay, so there's that bow. I did that slower again on the previous card. Lost my scissors again. Deal today. What is the deal? It's a Grinch quote. They start coming out strong during this time of year. Okay. Now, add these designer papers to my crumb cake cardstock. So the widest one is on the left. Just kind of get approximately an 1/8 inch border on the left 3 sides. Actually, let me put the right one on next. and get that, oh my goodness, approximate 1/8 inch border on the 3 sides. Don't press too hard in case you want to shift that around, and then add that center. So it's just a nice little pattern of designer paper. Then we're going to add dimensionals. I remembered this was the one where I added dimensionals to hold down the ribbon, not that other card. I remember now. So the bow is where I want it. I'm centering this rectangle on the card base. Yeah, the bow is where I want it, so I'm not going to move it. So what I'm going to do is add 4 dimensionals on the corners. And then I'm going to add a couple partially on and partially off the ribbon. Partially on and off the ribbon. A couple toward the middle that will stick to this label when I put it on. Knew I remembered something about doing that. Couldn't remember what. Lori. Oh, Lori, perfect. Only bingo games. No, knew I was misunderstanding your question. Although I do mail out door prizes to just random, like I do a random prize generator thing before bingo even happens. So some people win a prize, but not from a game, just from a random drawing. Okay, I'm going to add adhesive to the back of this gold foil, just in a few select places there using my silicone craft sheet. But on the vellum, I'm only going to add adhesive at the very bottom, a nice little thick amount of it, because again, it'll show if I put it up here. Actually, let me set those aside now. I forgot. I'm doing it in the wrong order. And now I'm going to do just because. I had stamped on the back. I had tested just a different way, and it did work. There's 2 ways you can stamp it on that one piece of paper, but that's why it's stamped on the back. Dimensionals. So just will be flat, and because will be popped up. I didn't know this video would be so long today. I thought I was keeping it good, but apparently not. Okay, because, should I do it? Let me just look at both of them. Because is going almost to the bottom, a little bit off the bottom of this crumb cake piece. Just is going right above it, and the J will actually go, the bottom of the J will actually go a little bit below the word because. So again, just as flat because is there. And then I have adhesive on these 2 already. I'm going to put the vellum in front of the gold, and I'm going to tuck them down below the word because, so that you hide the bottom of the 2. And of course, don't cover up the word just. Bring the bow over. That's how we put that together. Of course, we need to add the inside part. Just because I appreciate you. Of course, I could just say just because. It doesn't have to have words on the inside. And then we need pearls. That will be card number 4. So, Stamp a Stack class, sign up by Sunday. This Sunday, I'm going to add a large and small pearl top and bottom corners on the base. Crumb cake pearls. So pretty on these pearls. Okay, so that is card number 4 for Stamp a Stack, just because. So let's look at all 4. 2, 3, 4. All right. So Stamp a Stack, join or register by Sunday, or make the cards on your own. I gave you all the measurements today. Hopefully I didn't forget any. So I gave you all the measurements already if you want to recreate these on your own. Don't forget about the free shipping. That's going to end tomorrow, Friday, December 12th. And I have all those offers that I'm giving you with, thanks, Eleanor, with the free shipping, lots of free stuff I'm offering. Don't forget, get more card samples, accessory, past class kit packet, etc. So don't forget about that. And if you'd like to make these cards, you can take the class as a single or like as a one-time class, or you can go ahead and join the club and you can cancel at any time, but you can get those perks if you join. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you very much. Again, if you're watching replay, feel free to give a like, a comment, etc. It does all help me very much, and I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thanks, Ann Margaret. Thanks, Lori. Yes, girl, for sure. I think she finally gave up and went over to her cat food. She was so desperate. So she says, you and Britt go eat. And thanks, Ann Margaret. All right, I will see y'all later. Bye.